Hi, Alan here, and I'm doing this unscripted because I want to try and explain from my heart what's going on. I was on the phone with a friend of mine yesterday. I'm out here in Saratoga, Wyoming, by the way. This is being recorded on September 13. It's raining outside. It's been raining quite a bit, and it's my heart goes out to the people on the Front Range of Colorado, just south of where I am, where there's just incredible flooding and destruction happening from just torrential rainfalls. I mean, more like the tropics. Well, anyway, so I was explaining to a friend of mine, we were talking about Guessaroo. It's the first app coming out from Rippln, and Rippln is an incentivized platform for sharing apps and a lot more. And this is the first incentivized sharing app that's come out, and that's a pretty big deal. Guessaroo right now works on the iPhone. It will work on Droid in about a month. They'll have that version out. But the thing that's really interesting is that even as a non-iPhone user, I'm a Droid guy. I have a link, and if I sent you the link, you would be able to, if you have an iPhone or an iPad, download the app for free, play the game, and if you did what we all normally do and you share the game with other people, it's a puzzle game. You're looking at photos and you're guessing what they are, things like that, and hence they call it Guessaroo. What you'd be able to do is share with others, and the interesting thing about Rippln is they're tracking who's connected to whom. So if I give it to you and you share it with 5 or 10 friends, again, game's free. People are able to download the game, install it at the moment on their iPhone, soon on the iPhone or on the Droid, and they're able to play the game. Now, the reason people make these games, stepping back from Rippln for a minute, there are usually two aspects to a game that make the game or app developer. It doesn't have to be a game. It could be an app. It could be a communications app, and Rippln has a big one coming out pretty soon. The reason that they do this is that they always have a premium version that has more features than the freemium version. The second thing is, or if it's a game, there are always ways to spend money. If you want a clue or a hint or this or that goes along with the game, that might be a premium feature of the game, you can buy that. That becomes profit for the game developer or for the app developer. The second thing is the game or the app developer can sell advertising around the perimeter of their game, or in some way, shape, or form promote something to you, and what they're doing is earning advertising revenue. So when you download their app or game for free and you play the game or use the app, in many cases there's advertising there, and what that's doing is raising revenue for the game or app developer. So in Rippln's case, what makes it unique is that as a player in Rippln, and that is a level in Rippln where you're paying a few bucks a month to be a player. Very honestly, you pay $95 once and then $30 a month. As a player, and you don't have to be a player, you can be a fan, you can join Rippln. When I give you the link to my app, to the Guessaroo or any app, and you start playing the game, you're automatically a fan in Rippln. Right? You're part of the Ripple. And that's why I believe that Rippln is going to quickly grow from 1.3 million where it is to 1 billion or more. There are going to be a ton of people that are going to be part of the Ripple, and that's going to create another interesting effect that I'll explain in a second. But let's stick with the apps and the games for a minute. Where app developers, and I'll just use that phrase, where app developers normally make their money from the advertising and from people buying things as a part of the game or app, in Rippln, the players are going to participate in the profits. So they got a compensation plan. They got a way for people to make money. And what's going to happen is the thing is going to spread like wildfire, because they're not running around promoting it like a network marketing deal where, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? And you've got to go on this auto ship and have this stuff sent to you every month. No. What they're doing is they're saying, hey, do you want to play the game with me? Or would you like this app? It's a really cool app. Just give it to the person. It's free. Now, if that person turns around and says, well, there's certain aspects to this app that are now the company wants money for, that's their choice. They can either buy it or not buy it. If you're a player and they choose to buy it, well, you're going to profit. Now, the advertising, you're also going to profit from the advertising pool that's created as Rippln runs advertising. Here's the other big thing. Rippln is more than an app company. I mean, yeah, they're going to have a dozen or more apps within about 12 months of this video, and again, it's being recorded in mid-September of 2013. They're more than an app company. What they are is they're a distribution network, because as more and more people join the Ripple, what you've got is, I don't want to use the phrase captive audience, but in a way it is. You've got an audience that is going to be interested in whatever else gets promoted through it. You know, I get emails every day from Amazon and from Groupon and companies like that, where they've got the deal of the day, or they've got a special on this, that, or the other thing. But you see, there's no incentive for me to take that Amazon offer and put it up on my Facebook and say, hey, there's a special on juicers, or there's a special on cheesecakes. But you know what? If Rippln grows to the point where there are tens or hundreds of millions of people from the United States in the Ripple, and a cheesecake manufacturer that wants to distribute his cheesecakes nationally, or a juice company that wants to get their new juicer out and doesn't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on an advertising campaign, they can simply bring it to the Ripple, and there will be people like me who are incentivized to promote the juicer. Now, maybe if it's a juicer, because I'm health oriented, I know I don't look it, but I'm health oriented, I will go out and I'll go on Facebook and I'll say, hey, this looks like a good juicer, if I believe it to be so. I mean, ethics and morals do play a role here. But if I believe it to be so, I'll have no problem with putting it up on my Facebook. And you know what? If somebody looks at that juicer and buys one, A, if they're not already in the Ripple, they're joining my Ripple. It's just part of the process, just like when you buy something from Groupon, you end up on their mailing list. And B, I'm going to make a commission. Because right now I have, believe it or not, in 4 months, 20,000 people in my Ripple. Now, here's the other interesting thing. I've personally referred about 180 people to this. And again, remember, becoming a member of Rippln is free. You're joining as a fan. There's no cost. So for me to bring 180 people to the table, I don't think it's that big a deal. However, out of those 180, I know that there are less than a dozen that have truly engaged in this. And I have one phenomenal Rippler who has most of my team. I mean, she's got probably 90 or 95% of those 20,000. And that's fine, because I know that over time, eventually, some of the other 180 that I've brought to the table are going to engage. And I know that it's just a matter of time that more will join and more will engage. And God knows how big this thing is going to be. But you know what? 20,000 is nothing. Because again, we're at 1.3 million. I expect this thing to go well over $1 billion. Do the math. That means a 1,000-fold growth. That means way under 1% of all the people who will ever join Rippln are in Rippln right now. This is what I call opportunity. You want to talk to me? Contact me. I'm sure I've got something up on this video that says click here to access me or something like that. I'll give you my phone number. It's 1-561-676-1205. I'll tell you I'm in Mountain Time Zone, even though it's Florida number. So please respect that. It's GMT -7. And I will tell you that this is a worldwide program, worldwide opportunity, and it really is an opportunity. And I know that word gets overused. But anyway, I'm Alan Sills. I'm in Saratoga, Wyoming this week. I'm a full-time RVer. This is my home. I'll rotate it around a little bit so you can see where you are and what life in here is like. It's really a beautiful place. The fireplace is right underneath the TV there. So anyway, real quick overview. So Alan Sills, thank you, and you have a great day.